This is actually our first breaking news video on the channel. A few days ago, the very first coaster train was spotted on the tracks for the Potter coaster being built at Islands of Adventure. A big milestone for the construction of this new ride. Thanks to the amazing aerial photography of BioReconstruct, we're getting our first glimpse at the new train. Although it's covered in plastic, there's still a lot we can gather from these images. For one, there are 7 cars with 2 seats each, for a total of 14 seats, something that was rumored earlier this year. Most striking of all is that the shape of the 2 seats are different, and I can't help but notice that the vehicle bears a striking resemblance to Hagrid's sidecar motorbike. However, that does not mean that this will be a motorbike coaster. We've spoken at length about the new coaster in previous videos, but I've only ever hinted at what the trains might look like. And I've even made fun of the concept of a row of Hagrid motorbikes in the past, but I have to admit it looks like the rumor was correct. A lot of folks that have seen the images have mistaken the back for the front. Something to keep in mind is that I believe this ride will have a tall backrest with a headrest. With the very steep climb up the spike and the fall backwards, we need a backrest with head support. It's also possible that water dummies are already placed in these trains and ready for testing, which may explain the bulkiness under the plastic. Now that we know where the headrests are, the tallest part of the train, we can see that the track layout is still the same as we thought it was going to be. In this image, the arrow is pointing in the direction that the coaster will travel. Here we can see the raised backrest in the back of each car. You may even notice that one side of the seating is slightly lower than the other. The seats on the left side of the image appear to look like a motorbike, with a headlamp and handlebars visible on the front of each car. The right side looks like a sidecar, with a sloping rounded front and a wheel visible on the back right. Both seats have those high back headrests, but the sidecar's headrest is several inches shorter, making it look like the sidecar sits lower than the motorbike. Which brings up a good point. With most of the action taking place on the left-hand side of the track, Blast-Ended Scroot and Hagrid inside the hut, Fluffy, and more, it makes sense to kind of do tiered level seating like this. Of course, the sidecar already sits lower in the films, but what a great feature it is to have here on the ride. Now the person seated on the right side, the motorbike seat, will have a better view of things on the left-hand side, over the heads of those sitting in the sidecar. Again though, just because the train will be themed like Hagrid's motorbike does not mean it will have motorcycle-style seating. This will be more like Expedition Everest type seats than Tron Light Cycle Power Run. The theming of the train will make it look like a bike, but you will not be seated forward like on Tron, and there will not be leg braces like on Tron. Instead, it may be more like Wave Breaker at SeaWorld San Antonio, where you're still seated upright in a seat. The Potter coaster will have much higher backrest too, so your head doesn't get hurt on the ride. What's exciting about the prospect of the ride taking place on Hagrid's motorbike is that it could explain the spaced-out LSM launch fins along the track. Perhaps our bikes are sputtering to life with each launch. And, as many have speculated, the rise up the spike and then fall backwards could be due to Hagrid's bike stalling out, as it often does in the stories. We should be getting some more official news on the new coaster early in the next year, but you can check out our previous video for a quick description of the track layout and scenes, or see our recent podcast where we dig deep into all the ride details and rumors. Special thanks to BioReconstruct for the unbelievable aerial photos. Be sure to check him out on Twitter for more amazing shots of the new coaster, and stay tuned for more Potter coaster updates coming soon on the channel. What do you think? Do you think it looks like Hagrid's motorbike? And would you rather the coaster train be themed to something different? Be sure to subscribe to the channel and support us on Patreon for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.